Hello everybody, this is the Rabid Hedgehog and I'm here at Iron Nation, Harley Davidson, Edmond, Oklahoma. This is going to be my ride and review of the 2017 Lowrider S. Very similar to the Softail S chassis, except it is not the counterbalanced engine, rubber mounted engine traditional. So it's going to have a little bit more punch to it because it doesn't have that extra weight of the counterbalancer in it. This particular bike is actually one of the coolest bikes that Harley Davidson makes. I love the speed screen on it, kind of a traditional cafe style look to it, slammed down bars. I'm going to call this the Harley Davidson WRX STI because it's got the gold wheels on it. Just kidding. Can't do that too much. But anyway, 6-speed transmission, high output 110, Dyna chassis with mid-mount controls, which means a little bit more to play with than the Softail chassis. So one thing about the Softail chassis, it's a very low chassis. Therefore, you don't get as much lean angle out of them. But this one, like I said, mid-mount Dyna chassis, stands up higher, has a lot more suspension travel in it, and it's going to be a little bit more sporting. Go ahead and climb on it. Now this one's going to be a little bit differently set up too. Everything is in the console. So you have a tachometer and your speedometer right there. Standard Harley Davidson affair with your on-off switch. Start, hazard, right. You also have your horn, flash to pass, and right, left, and cruise control with selection. 2 trip odometers, clock, gear indication, and your standard odometer as well. Fuel gauge is right here. You do get the fuel light in there, your neutral indication, oil, and brights down here with your turn signals. Your security, cruise control, ABS, and everything is up here. So this bike does have ABS. That's why it is blinking. Go ahead and get her started here. Get her ready to go. So you're going to get that lovely, lovely vibration if you like it, because this is a Dyna chassis. But it is a beautiful bike. I love this blacked out brawler. The thing, kind of like with the Softail, I don't like the seat though. It's the only thing I really don't like about it. Mid-mounts. It's going to be good to have them back for a bike like this. Take off here. Clutch response is typical Harley Davidson affair, about halfway through. But nonetheless, very good clutch, easy pull. At least for me, I don't mind it. It's midge heavy for some people, but it's pretty easy for my ginormous 2X paw, basically. Oh yeah, definitely responds better. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not much faster, but it is a noticeable speed difference whenever you go between the two of them. At least in my opinion. Like I said, the counterbalanced engine is one thing, and it is not a bad thing to have a counterbalanced engine. It's just one of those things that it does sap away some power because you got a little bit of extra inertia that you have to deal with, and the engine, you know, doesn't have the extra tuning to combat that. Now this motorcycle has been declared Motorcycle of the Year by a few publications, and let me tell you, it is a freaking interesting bike to ride right now. Like I said, with the exception of the seat, it's just effortlessly moving around here. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Has a little bit more sound to it as well than the Softail. Once again, sorry for the wind noise. We're going back into the wind southbound. Now this is the kind of bike, like I said, it's more of that aggressive style, so you're able to move around in traffic and everything and get through effortlessly because this frame is very good. The Dyna chassis has always been one of Harley's most sporting frames. Because, I mean, essentially, you're taking a big twin and you're shoving it into kind of a Sportster style frame. I know it is different, but you still got the same front end dynamics and everything of the Sportster. The same type of traditional fork and everything. And then you also got that more narrow front end versus the bigger back end, kind of like your Sportster, and that's what kind of sets that Dyna apart. Shove a big twin into a smaller Sportster type frame, a nice lighter frame too. These particular light type frame Dynas with this 110, you're looking at a bike that's, you know, the mid 600s in terms of weight to 680s fully wet, and you got a bike here that's got the 110 1800 engine just like your CVOs, and it's got plenty of power to mess with people. I mean, I'm trying not to be stupid because I don't want to get a ticket. That's just not a good thing on a day like today when it's a beautiful day. You don't want to get ruined on a ticket. But I mean, this thing is just effortlessly around. And the cool thing about this particular bike is it's the only Dyna at this time that is the throttle by wire. So this one is equipped with cruise control, and the only Dyna to be able to be done so without having a basically mechanical cruise control. This is the only one with electrical cruise control. So mechanical cruise control can always be added, but it's always one of those suicide cruises is what it's called. What is happening down there? Guess they're filming that car or something. I don't know what was going on there. All right, just like every other 110 in the world, this and twin cam, it's got really good engine braking. Like I said, clutch and transmission are spot on, typical Harley Davidson affair. Oh man, this thing leans, and I'm scraping the peg. Oh, this is pretty cool. 2 KTMs or KTM and a GS. Woo. Don't be afraid to scrape pegs on it. You can do it. This is a blast. Whoa, hi, buddy. You coming over? You can go ahead and come over. I'll go over there. How about that? We'll change. Okay, I guess I don't know what he's doing. But anyway, this absolutely is probably one of the best Dynas I've ever ridden. Like I said, with the exception of the seat. It's the only thing that's got me is this seat is just a little bit too uncomfortable for me. Kind of, I guess I'm, you know, how do you put that? Spoiled by my Fat Bob when I had it. That seat was wonderful. One of the best seats, I think, on a Harley Davidson. Of course, my Night Rod seat as well is super comfortable as well. It's got a little bit more back to it too, because this bike can throw you off like super easily because it's got good power on it. Very good clean engine response. You still get the vibes all throughout the bike. I mean, it is a Dyna chassis. It's to be expected. But I mean, it is a fantastic riding machine. Very good, nimble machine as well for such a large bike. These Dynas are absolutely fantastic, and probably, like I said, besides the Night Rod, one of my favorite chassis in Harley Davidson's lineup because it is so sporting and so easy to use and simple to get along with. Despite the weight, everything just melts away on these particular bikes. So this bike here has got to be one of my favorite rides in a while on a Harley Davidson. So at any rate, this is the Rabid Hedgehog. I'm going to go ahead and post the specifications of the Lowrider S down in the description below. And if you have any more questions or comments about the Harley Davidson Lowrider S, feel free to ask them in the description or in the comments below, and I'll be happy to get back with you at any time. At any rate, everybody keep the shiny side up. Have a good one.